Chapter 19. Let us pray. The genius dream teacher stormed out of his factory and headed down the street, spraying everything in sight with his Hydrus Mecha spray armpits.
Say hello to my stinky friends,
he shouted. The horrible brown clouds rose up over the city, getting bigger and billowier as they spread out across the town. After several hours, George and Howard could see the brown clouds from their treehouse window. That's Brown Frog again, said George. It won't be long before it reaches our neighborhood. It's a good thing our noses are clogged up, said Howard. We can't smell it, so we're immune. Yeah, but our coast won't last forever, said George. I'm already starting to feel better. Uh-oh, said Howard. We need to find an adult we can trust, and fast. George and Howard had no other choice but to ask their parents for help. The two desperate boys sneaked into Howard's house, where both of their families were sitting together, just finishing up dinner.
Thanks for inviting us over for supper,
said George's dad. It's always a pleasure, said Howard's mom. Please let us clear the table, said yesterday George. What a splendid idea, said yesterday Howard. Then we shall wash the dishes and mop the floor. Oh, what fun we shall have. George and Howard hid in the hallway, waiting for just the right moment to come in and tell everyone their terrible tale of woe. But before they got a chance, their parents began to talk.
I don't know what's come over those two boys lately,
said George's dad,
but I like it.
Me too, said Howard's mom. They've really grown up these past few days. It's like their whole personalities have changed, said George's mom. What an improvement. George and Howard looked at each other with sadness, then walked back to their treehouse, broken-hearted. Oh, man, said Howard. Our parents like the new versions of us better than they like the us versions of us. We're going to have to find some adults we can really trust, said George. But who? Cried Howard. I've got an idea, said George. George and Howard went across town through the choking brown fog until they reached Melvin's Lily's house. Luckily, Melvin's garage door was open. Even luckier, Melvin's glow-in-the-dark, time-traveling robo-squeezers were there too. George climbed up into one of the cockpits and fired up the engine. The robo-squeeze lunged forward and grabbed Howard in its tentacled arm. Then it slithered down the sidewalk while George set the controls. You know, we really shouldn't be taking this, said Howard. It isn't ours. Technically, it is ours, said George. Melvin only had one of these things, and we made the second one. You can't steal something you made yourself, can you? That's a good point, said Howard. George finished setting the controls and pressed the start button. The robo-squeeze suit shook and sputtered, then disappeared into a bar of blinding light. Chapter 20. Away we go. George and Howard were instantly transported 20 years into the future. Quickly, they went up to an old lady sitting with their 23-year-old son. Look, son, said the old lady. A giant glow-in-the-dark robotic squid is carrying a little boy in one of its tentacles.
Sure it is, Mum,
said her son. Listen, you need to take your medication every day, or it's not going to. Excuse me, said George. The 23-year-old looked up from his phone and screamed. Ah, it's a giant glow-in-the-dark robotic squid carrying a little boy in one of its tentacles. Yeah, said George. Look, we need to borrow your phone. We are trying to locate George Beard. You mean the offer? Said that guy. Did you say offer? Cried George excitedly. Yeah, said the guy. Everybody knows George Beard. He wears those Dogman graphic loafers. No way! Screamed George. He was so overcome with happiness he couldn't contain himself. The glow-in-the-dark, time-traveling robo-squid suit jumped up and down, spun around, and danced a happy jig. I write graphic novels in the future! Screamed George. Oh yeah, I write graphic novels in the future! Settle down! Cried Howard, who was starting to feel ill from all the dancing and jerking around. You're acting too crazy, man. Show a little self-control, okay? Sorry, said George, setting Howard down. Do you know where Mr. Bear lives? George asked the guy. Yeah, he lives up there on Echo Hills next to that graphic novel artist, said the guy. I think his name is, Howard Hutchins or something. I'm Howard Hutchins or something, cried Howard as he jumped up and down, flipped somersaults, and ran around in circles like a crazy person. I illustrate graphic novels in the future. Oh, baby, I illustrate graphic novels in the future. Come on, Mr. Self-Control, said George. Let's go meet our future selves. Chapter 21. It's nice to meet me. George and Howard could hardly contain themselves as they rang the doorbell of George's future self. They were so excited that almost forgotten why they had come to the future in the first place. Soon, George's future self came to the door. He looked a lot like George, only he was really, really old. He was 30. Old George recognized George and Howard immediately. Holy Todo! Cried old George. What are you guys doing here? Old George's wife came to the door too. Don't be rude to your friends, honey, she said. Invite them in. Make yourself at home, boys. These aren't my friends, dear, said old George. They're us.